This is the third of 3 documentaries that I made right on top of each other at the height of the pandemic. My body had broken down and I had lost my job, and I was just trying to fill my days with something creative. The other 2 were a more mature, contemplative, quiet approach to what life was like. This third one, I simply wanted to show how insane it was what I had to do to try to get my body back in order. All I did was document the week of taking tests. It was a huge, intense process just to make sure that I was doing all of the testing right. So it's a little long-winded, a little rough around the edges, but I think it is an interesting look on a part of life that maybe not a lot of people have seen. Enjoy. Are you okay? What's going on?
Don't make me do it!
You are a 25-year-old man. Grow a pair and take your stupid doctor tests. I have several at-home doctor-ordered tests that I have to self-administer over the weekend. And yes, one of them is a poop test. Coming from my last job where I literally made poop jokes for a living, I figured we may as well have some fun while we're doing poop tests. Alright, so my doctor ordered 4 different tests that use 4 different bodily secretions, excrements, specimens. The first was blood test, which I already took, and then there's 3 more. This is the breath, I think this is the stool sample, and this is the urine sample. Okay, here's the plan. For the lab to achieve accurate results, they have specific guidelines laid out for each specific test. We're taking 3 separate tests simultaneously within a 72-hour window. Juggling the demands of all 3 could get complicated. To solve this, I decided to make a breakdown of each test's needs and combine them together into one timeline. By following the timeline, I can know for sure that each test is getting correctly completed. Shipping needs to be reliable. We don't want these samples getting stuck in a non-climate controlled warehouse over the weekend. Plus, today is Saturday, and the stool test is 3 days long. Oh, this is a 3-day test. This is a 3-day test. I have to do this 3 days in a row. So we'll take a stool test every day and plan on shipping all 3 tests Monday at noon. The urine test is temperature sensitive and requires an overnight shipment. It also, for some odd reason, wants our middle of the night and early morning pee, not our midday or evening pee. So we'll plan on taking the test Monday early morning and limit our water intake all of Sunday per the instructions. The breath test has 2 really interesting requirements. At 24 hours before, they place you on what's essentially a carnivore diet: meat, salt and pepper, and water. That's it. Then 12 hours before, they want you to fast everything except water. I'd rather not worry about 3 tests Monday morning, so let's start the diet now and take the test midday tomorrow. That's our plan. Okay, Kim and Jeff, I have some fun information. The stool test is a 3-day test. Oh. So I need a space in a fridge to keep scary items.
I've heard about this test. I had a roommate who did it once.
That's the shelf. Jeff, I'm also thinking, I did a stool test like 4 years ago, and it was like a 3-hour ordeal. Do you think there's some sort of thing that we could put like on the toilet that would hold the paper container, that would make it easier?
You could turn the water off to the toilet and flush it, and then there'll be no water in it.
Oh.
Put the paper tray in it.
Can you do that per toilet?
Yeah. Guy right down there.
Yeah.
You just turn it off.
Oh, that's it. And then you flush. Let's go a second time. I think Jeff's plan only works on the older models of toilets. This new sophisticated one wants to keep the water in the bowl. What if I used saran wrap? Just like over the top.
We've done that with as a college prank. You'll have to. I've never done it on purpose, but I suppose it would work.
I think that's what I'm going to try today, okay. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to look up other stuff.
Okay.
Here I go with my saran wrap.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. All right, we're about to go in and do stool test 1. I guess to provide a little bit more context. When I did my stool test like 5 years ago, I was so clueless that I just put the paper container thing on the floor and squatted over it and tried to poop, and it took me like 2 or 3 hours to finally like get up the emotional courage to poop at a place that wasn't the toilet. Now to build our concoction. Okay, it's done. It wasn't nearly as bad as I remembered it being. A little gross, obviously, but not nearly as bad as I remembered. It was actually pretty simple. Poop, scoop, mix, shake real hard, put into a bag, put into the fridge. Great. Awesome. Okay, it's day 2. We're on the breath fast. In just a couple more hours, I can do the breath test, which is awesome. There's a little bit of a complication with the stool tests, though. So the breath fast is basically just a carnivore diet where I'm literally eating nothing but meat, right? And that's had the side effect of making me a little constipated. Even though I was planning on doing the stool test much later today, I'm actually going to do it first thing this morning because I've been digesting and sitting on food in my stomach all night. So as it turns out, my whole Saran wrap plan actually works out perfectly. Structurally, it works out great because my own body weight holds down the edges and it's strong enough to hold up the weight of, you know, what's going into it. And emotionally, it helps me out a ton because I get to like sit on the toilet and poop like a normal human. I don't have to stand awkwardly and hold the thing underneath me or even just like set it on the ground and hope that I don't miss the target, which is, you know, what happened the first time I did this. So day 2 is just the same thing as day 1. Here's the bottle that I put the stuff in. It's got a little scooper in there, so when I do my duty in here, I just set this down on the toilet and then I open this up and I scoop into here until it fills up to this line. Then I stir it and then I shake it. Ooh, don't shake it yet. Don't shake it yet. It's got a little space where you can actually write down what kind of consistency poop has. I've been trying really hard for the past few minutes, and I can't imagine a more effective way of getting to intimately know your own fecal matter than this test. I mean, first of all, you have to dump it into a little paper cradle. It sits in this perfectly white canvas, and you get to see it in all of its glory. Then, almost immediately, you get to smell it in all of its glory. And to make it worse, you get to poke and prod with a little tiny spoon as you slowly scoop up, and you get to know its consistency and its finer details. Then you fill up a clear tube, which you spin around as you break up the particles. You get to see what it's made of, and then you shake it. Then you get to see the way that it responds and the way that it breaks apart, and all of the little individual particles that made up your poop. It's vile. Okay, breath test. So the breath test is a collection of samples that goes over specific regimens, sometimes 20-minute increments, sometimes 30 increments for 3 hours. I'm gonna have to set timers as well as a full-on clock so that I can keep track. Breath tube thing, lactulose solution. 8 tubes. This is the most sciencey I've ever felt. These are glass. Okay, so we gotta get this in 8 ounces of water, and then we're gonna do the first test. It's really squeaky without toothpaste. So basically, you wrap your lips around it, you just keep blowing. Going to give this an excellent blowjob. Do I want sex jokes in my video? I don't know. Put this in, the needle will puncture the membrane, allow it to fill with air. 1, 2, remove. Okay, it's 11:50, let's go. Did it do it? I'm literally gonna have to watch that back. I don't know what happened just now. So that gray piece in there is the needle. It didn't just come to here, it went all the way. So I do think that this now has my first breath of air in it. Immediately drink the lactose. Gotta drink this now, gotta drink this now. I don't know if I like it. Drink the entire amount within 5 minutes. Oh, I guess I didn't have to guzzle it. Test 2. Again, did anything even happen? This looks no different than what it was before, but it's got my breath in it now. 12:30, next puff. Round 4. I'm not a smoking man. I feel like this kind of feels like that. Sixth one. It was nothing. Last one. Can you believe it? We've made it here. All the way through, and then after this I can drink? No. Urine test. But I can eat normal food as much as I want. Yay! Here goes nothing. And there it is, folks. The 8th vial. I'm gonna do the paperwork thing, and I'm gonna get it into the packaging, get it all ready to be shipped out. This in here. Breath test complete! You have to empty your bladder before going to bed. Do not collect that urine. Then collect urine, if any, during the night, and then first thing in the morning. And it just says into a clean container. Like, I'm just supposed to, like, grab a kitchen Tupperware from my aunt and use that. Just gonna throw it away when we're done, because that's more sanitary than trying to clean it. Why? And then it says pipette urine. What is a pipette? This is the pipette. So I'll pee into my own container, use the pipette to get it into this vial here, I guess. Here we go with the whole test thing at 4 in the morning. Oh, it's so bright. Give me my privacy while I pee. Okay, so here's the thing. This is my actual pee. I'm not gonna show you my poop. That is vile. But my pee, you know, I could tell you that this was lemonade. Like an orange lemonade. And then I could drink it, and you wouldn't know the difference, would you? You wouldn't be able to tell. You wouldn't know the difference. Don't worry. In the morning, this entire area will get a deep clean. Not about having all of my body fluids all over my living space. Here we go. Pipette. Bottle. I assume that I just squeeze. Okay, and it stays. It stays great. Okay, so then I boom. Oh, this is gonna take forever. I'd love to do what I normally do and give you a lot of different angles of this, but that's not gonna happen for reasons that I hope you're smart enough to figure out. Okay, that's it. There's my pee. It's 4:30 in the morning and I'm super tired and I have a headache because I haven't had water all day. So I'm gonna go drink a gallon of water and then I'm gonna try to sleep. It's almost 8. I really don't want to wake up, but I have to poo, and it's the perfect time. I think it's gonna be a good poo. Welcome to the final round of testing. Here's what we got going on today. This one is by far the most intense. Green cap, orange cap, pink cap, white cap. Poop into the paper, mix it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. With the stool tests specifically, I feel like there's been a little bit of a journey, you know, like a learning curve, maybe even a character arc. While it still disgusts me, I think I can kind of understand it and appreciate its existence a little bit more, you know? do a bunch of paperwork, get the stuff from the fridge and freezer, put it in the boxes in the bags, ship them all out. And do the urine test first. Put the thing in the bag. Seal it up. Test number 2. Complete. Oh man, it's so nasty, dude. Alright, there's my collection of poop for the doctors. My sludge nuggets, as it were. Clinical package. The third and final package. Everything's packed up. There's nothing else to do. All I have to do is drop these off at FedEx. Hallelujah! I hope these tests help me get better. I just need to drop these packages off. Those 3 around there. Thank you so much. So simple, so quick. I love how shipping companies do that. Now that we've shipped the tests and we're completely done, I guess I just thought I'd take a second and just kind of talk about my thoughts about the whole process. First of all, I'm just kind of overwhelmed and grateful that we have this kind of knowledge and this kind of technology. Like the fact that they can take my breath or my poop or my urine and they can actually do things to it, to analyze it, to understand what's happening inside of this. And that information can actually help us make like real changes in my lifestyle that will directly impact the health of my insides. That's so bizarre. It's so crazy. Like I didn't really, there was like that pink substance that I had to drink. What did that do? How did that affect my breath over time? And what does that tell them? Like the poop test, why did it have to be 3 days in a row? And why were there like 50 bottles on the last day? Also, why did the breath test need such a specifically weird diet? And why did I have to fast? At the same time, I've been doing an online class of college level anatomy and physiology. And it is so crazy how the human body works. It's so much more intricate than I ever realized previously. So the testing was kind of crazy. It honestly was really hard, especially last night, not being able to sleep at all. But we also made it fun. We had a lot of fun as well. Overwhelmed by our knowledge, curious to learn more for myself about the human body, grateful for medical practitioners and scientists who figure this stuff out. That's all I got. Hello, thanks for watching. Welcome to Damn It Jonah, my new YouTube channel. This is where I'll be posting most of my interesting creative projects, at least kind of through the summer. I do plan on posting really regularly, so, you know, this could be a thing. Us together, right? But what should you expect if you decide to subscribe? Well, first of all, more of these kinds of vloggy, documentary kind of videos. Definitely plan on making more of those. But I also just kind of have like a crazy random personality and lots of different interests. So it's going to be more of an eclectic channel. We'll do lots of different things. In addition to these kind of documentary videos, I plan on doing gaming videos. I plan on doing video essays. I plan on talking to other people in kind of podcast sit-down type sessions. So you can expect a kind of a variety of different topics to be centered on as well. We'll talk about holistic health. We'll talk about intentional living. We'll talk about theories on the creative process and filmmaking. We'll talk about art in general. We'll talk about movies and games specifically. And there'll just be a lot of silly, crazy energy that I have. So I really want to engage with a community of like-minded people, like you. I want this to be a community. I want us to talk. I really want to be able to talk to more people about these ideas that I'm having. So absolutely engage. I will answer back. We can talk, we can chat. I'm really interested in prioritizing you guys because ultimately this is about, you know, having conversations. This is about, my videos are for an audience, for you guys. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be really dope. This is a new journey for me. This is a new journey for you. Especially thank you for being here if you're here right now because, you know, we don't even have 100 subscribers yet. So you are really here in uncharted territory. Thanks for being here. I'm super excited. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one.